What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? My name is JeffLightsyJr. here with the Black Boss channel and Victor Formation. Thank you guys for tuning in. I have a special guest in the building today, Mr. Tevin Singleton of Bowie State. Tevin, how's it going, man?
How you doing, man? How you doing?
Hey, I'm pretty good. Tevin is preparing for the 2022 NFL draft. He's an NFL draft prospect. He's preparing up there in the Northeast. Now, Tevin, you also participated in the first ever HBCU Legacy Bowl, man. Just tell me about the HBCU Legacy Bowl experience and how that was for you.
The experience was great, especially for it to be the first time. Got a lot of scouts, a lot of exposure come to it, especially NFL Network. That was huge for us collectively. I just want to thank God I was on Team Gaither. I came out with the
Yeah.
first victory of HBCU. So I appreciate that.
Just what was the week like? What were some of the things you guys got to do? Who were some of the, what were some of the things as far as involving with the NFL, but also just the Legacy Bowl official type of stuff you guys were able to do throughout the week leading up to the game?
Throughout the week, we got to learn, not first off, learn about each other, especially
Hmm.
coming from, like I said, coming from different HBCUs, learning a different coaching style, but it all translated to the same thing. So it's like we heard like the words and stuff before from our coaches. Um, Outside of that, though, we had a chance to do career fairs, go out, do community service, try new foods, got a taste of the culture, after the game with our families and stuff like that. Um, yeah, that was it.
What was it like interacting with those NFL scouts, some of those NFL people? How was the feedback from them as well?
Oh, it was good, especially from Charlie Gardner Johnson from the Saints. We had
Hmm.
practice there at their practice facility, and he was like, "Man, the one thing that stuck to us was we just another bill, to the man. But it's a dream though. Still a job, an 8 to 5, a 9 to 5 job. But it's just earlier times. But it's just he just kept it real with us, and shoot, he just liked the ball, and I like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Once again, we're talking to Tevin Singleton of Bowie State. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Now, Tevin, also down there, you said you were on Team Gaither. You guys were able to pull out the win. What were you guys able to do that made you so effective to get out there and get that big time victory over Team Eddie Robinson?
It's a whole lot of chatter around the swag, stuff like that. So and we'll all go back to Jackson State, and versus South Carolina State when the Celebration Bowl. Shoot, a lot of people took the swag. So I even took the sack. So I didn't know about the MEAC, and they surprised us all. And we just, they just came to us. It was like, and we CIAA, so they just
Hmm.
came to us and was like, man, they ain't it, We was like, for real? We like, man, they don't play defense over there. We like, okay. And man, we just connected like first day. Once we drew up like who gonna play with who, we just connected. Communication was great. We just vibed together throughout the day, lunch, week, shoot, outside of the football area, in the players' lounge, we just connected very well. And I feel like we just played more as a team than Team Robinson did.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, you talked about playing in the CIAA, and let's go back to Bowie State. Y'all wasn't no slouches up there at Bowie, man. You guys were
Yeah.
able to have a ton of success. Take me back to when you first got to Bowie. Did you expect to be in this position, or how did you end up at Bowie, and how was that experience winning all those games up there?
I didn't expect to come to Bowie. It was not a go-to place, but once Coach Wilson came to me, it just felt like home when he recruited me. Just like another father figure outside of a coach. To
Hmm.
keep us our head on straight, make sure school done, make sure we don't get good grades, stuff like that. Um, and I just want to appreciate the guys before especially starting with 2015. They started the whole winning genre, keeping people home, like do it for the city type thing.
Hmm.
Um, so the success just came with it, and I just wanted to keep improving each and every year that I can contribute to the team and just take it to the next level. And I feel like this past year, man, we just took it to another level right there. We just took it, and unfortunately, we couldn't get the national championship that we wanted, but they're gonna get there one day. I wish it could have been me, but they're gonna get there.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Now, just talking about that, you're coming from Bowie, which is one of the smaller schools, the Division II schools. Even when you're at these HBCU combines and practices, do you feel like you have somewhat of a chip on your shoulder because you didn't go to a SWAC school, you didn't go to a MEAC school or anything like that?
Yeah, I do. I always keep a chip on my shoulder because I've been underrated all my life. As far as football wise. But one thing I never did was sit on the bench. I feel like my play just speaks for itself. I never look back. Like if I make a mistake, I'm never gonna make that mistake again. Um, you know, yeah, yeah. I'm very humble. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm very
Hmm.
humble. But
Absolutely.
it's to the point like some people start disrespecting me, especially the all conference, all Americans. I feel like I was for sure top top two DB, cornerbacks in that national football, college football. So I just keep that like you said, I just keep that chip on my shoulder, keep my head down, keep it pushing, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity that's coming towards even being here with you as well. So.
I appreciate that, man. It means a lot to me as well. Now, during these different showcases, what have you been able to showcase? What have you for the schools and even the people at home that haven't been able to see you play, or the teams rather, not schools, but that haven't been able to see you play? What have you been able to go out there and showcase what type of player that you are?
Um, well, HBCU, that was a actual national thing, and I just been
Hmm.
doing that all year. Like I said, I read wide receiver alignments, stuff like that, and it's only certain routes you can do with certain alignments, and I just understand that to a point where I'm gonna react before you react type thing. So I feel like the world just cut on the film. The world will see it. You will see it. So I just stay, like I said, I just stay down, just keep perfecting my craft each and every day and keep it pushing. Somebody gonna see.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, Tevin, as an NFL draft prospect, what is a typical day for you as you're training for the draft? You're training to, for different combines and stuff. What's a typical day for you like?
Typical day, waking up, breakfast, around like 7 o'clock, breakfast. Then we go get the snack in between. Then we go lift around 9 o'clock. Then we come back, lunch around 11, 12. Then we get another snack right after that. And then we go to field work around about 3, 4. Then we get another stretching in about 4:30. Then I'm done for the day. You know.
4:30, you're about done. Now, when after all of that, like, no, what are your agents or your people around you telling you as far as the NFL draft? Do you prepare for other things like USFL, CFL, things like that, or is it all eggs in the NFL basket? How does those things kind of work for someone coming from a smaller school like Bowie State?
Speak like me and my guys talk, and we getting that little emails from USFL, but we feel like we not right there yet. You feel me? We
Hmm.
just the NFL, CFL. That's what we want to shoot for.
Okay.
Um, we know what we good at. We taking a chance on ourselves. I promise you, March 30th, Bowie Pro Day. Um, we gonna put on the show for everybody to see that we ain't no slouch. We can compete with any conference, any FBS, FCS, NAI, any team in the world. We can compete. We got them athletes over here. So
Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, you guys proved it on the field. I mean, you
right,
guys won you did a bunch of winning. All that winning don't
right,
come from doing nothing, man. It had to be
right.
putting in some work. What would you say, your coaches, what were some of the messages that they preached out at Bowie State that led to all of that success?
One thing is don't be selfish, be selfless. That's
Mhm.
one thing Coach Wilson always preached to us, and I feel like not just the guys that came into that was already into the program, but the guys that transferred in as well just bought into that, and we just became closer and closer as the season went on, and we just had fun with it. That's the most important thing. We just had fun with it. We just went out there and played our game and trusted each other at the end of the day.
Now, Tevin, at what age did you know or did you think that, hey man, I maybe could be a professional football player?
Man, I didn't take it serious until about sophomore year of high school. That's when like I went to varsity. I've been started on varsity in my sophomore year. And I just said, man, I can really take it to a next level because
Mm-hmm.
varsity is sophomore year. You about what 16 at the
Yeah,
time?
around there. Yeah, yeah.
About 16, and I'm up here playing with 17, 18. And I feel like and that's all I've been playing around since I was little. Guys bigger than me. That's how it just shaped me into being the player I am today.
Now, outside of football, what are some of the things that Tevin likes to do? You got any hobbies, anything that you like to, any special
Man,
talents, hidden talents?
I ain't got no hidden talents, but if anybody want to see me in Madden, come see me. I play a little bit of 2K, just a little bit with the
Okay.
guys, a little bit of Call of Duty. Other than that, paintball, paintballing, going out to eat, bowling. I like to do a lot of stuff, but the game for sure though.
The game for sure. Now,
Yeah, the
bowling,
game. Yeah.
what's your bowling score, man? If you say you like to
Man, I
bowl,
don't know. I don't know. Last time I went bowling, it's been a minute. Last time I went bowling, but if on
Now
a
you
good
say
day, I could
man.
probably hit a two something.
Ooh, that's
On a
pretty
good
good. A
day,
two something, pretty
yeah.
good, man. Now, are you a Xbox or PlayStation guy?
I'm Xbox for real.
Xbox. What
Xbox
is going?
for sure.
You got to be
You
one of the
know,
only people that got an Xbox. You know that,
nah.
right?
You see, the thing is about PlayStation. Yeah, people made it too hard to get it. So it's like, man,
True,
look
you
here,
right.
Xbox. And man, PlayStation be cheating. They be cheating over there. You come to Xbox, you gonna play them real games, man.
Nah, I feel you, man. I feel you. Once again, we're talking to Tevin Singleton, man. Tevin Singleton, head NFL draft prospect out of Bowie State. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Now, Tevin, I have to ask you, man, just prepping for the NFL. Is it kind of like, kind of nervous? Does it make you nervous that, hey, you could potentially make football your career or like something like that? Or is it something that's more of exciting? Because I could see how I could be nervous for sure.
I wouldn't say it's nervous at all. Not at all. Like even going out every game, it's just another game that I've been playing
Mm-hmm.
since I was organized since I was 8, but I've been
Mm-hmm.
playing a game of football since I was 4.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just another game, another thing to showcase my ability to, to head people of the NFL and stuff like that. And I just trust in my abilities. That's one thing people always tell me: trust in yourself and trust in your athleticism to go make a play on the ball when it comes your way.
Absolutely, absolutely. Do you have any pregame rituals? Anything that you have to do? Certain songs, certain meal, anything that you have to do before you take the field?
Before I take the field, I gotta use the bathroom. If it's jitters, always gotta use the bathroom before a game. That's rule number. Always gotta use the bathroom. I don't know why, but that's how much with that and like a little baby. And I just give thanks to God every time. Before I step on that field, with my baby sister that passed a couple months old back in 2010, and my grandmother that passed. I just tell them to watch out over me and my teammates and other opposing teams as well. No serious injuries, stuff like that. And just go out there and play for them.
Hey, that's awesome, man. That is really awesome. Who's on the headphones before the game? Who you listening to? Who kind of gets you riled up
Oh,
before you take the field?
oh, little baby for sure. Little
Little
baby,
baby, little baby.
little baby.
What song is there? A go-to song by Little Baby?
Ah, man, you got to play that freestyle.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
when
yeah,
then you gotta play emotionally scarred. Then you gotta
yeah.
play
Okay,
You gotta play the jump called humble.
humble,
Man,
yeah.
it'll get you right. I'm
Them
telling you, them
three
three
get you
get you
right.
right.
Hey,
Them three
for
get you
those who
right.
listening, hey, before you take the field at Little Bit, hey, especially that freestyle, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
That definitely is
freestyle
going
always gotta
crazy.
be in everybody's rotation.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, Tevin, I gotta ask you, man, what even if you have say you have a successful 10-year NFL career, I mean, you'll probably be what, 33, 32,
Mhm.
33 years old. What are the plans after football? You ever thought about that? What are some of the things you like to do outside of football once you're done with that?
Yeah, creating the whole point for me right now is to create a platform, to get other people to not say like use me, but like small businesses
Mm-hmm.
to connect with me so I can, bring them up, not even taking nothing from them, nothing like that. I just want
Mm-hmm.
them to shine, things like that to get the opportunity to get their businesses and products, services, stuff like that out there. So that's what my major and stuff like that is. I got my undergrad in business marketing, and right now I'm graduating in May with my communications. So yeah.
That's awesome, man. Hey, that's awesome. A graduate, two-time graduate, be a two-time
Yeah.
graduate out here, man. How does that make your family feel, man? Have someone in their family. I don't know your family history, but to have you come out with 2 degrees all from playing football.
Oh, they always push for it. The more degrees, they always push for it if we can, you know. They just excited as much as I am, you know. Um, and I just grateful for the opportunity that I can, get my masters and play ball at the same time, you know. So
That's
it's
awesome, man.
huge.
Hey, you can't beat that at all. Once again, we're talking to Tevin Singleton, NFL prospect out of Bowie State. Now, Tevin, I'll get you out on this, man. For any NFL, CFL, USFL team out there that's watching, just tell them what kind of player they'd be getting in Tevin Singleton.
Player that's just humble, ready to go, ready to do whatever to make a play on that ball. You know, every time it touch my hands, points. That's one thing our defense coordinator, Coach Sue, say, man, touch your hands, let's go score some points, and just bring high energy to whatever organization I possibly get with. I'm just ready to go.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Tevin, man, appreciate it taking some time out of your day speaking with me. Once again, this is Tevin Singleton, NFL prospect out of Bowie State. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, like, share.